Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is my 29th birthday and I wanted to share with you guys the cake I'm making tonight. And the recipe I'm actually going to use today is from a birthday gift my husband got me. So I asked for the Straight Up cookbook by Kathy Fisher. It's an oil-free, whole food plant-based cookbook. And I love how beautiful it is. It's bound so beautifully. The colors from the pictures are really vibrant. There's lots of photographs and the recipes seem really straightforward. So we're gonna make the cake recipe on 186 for my birthday. And I'm only gonna do two things different. I usually like to just switch up recipes for either things that are easy to find in my grocery store or things that I personally like. And so this is a almond poppy seed cake. We're gonna make an almond chia seed cake today. And just because I went to the grocery store and could not find poppy seeds anywhere, so I'm gonna sub it for chia seeds. Although I will put the original recipe in our description box below, and I'll put a little quotation of what I've done different. The only other thing I'm doing is I'm using fresh raspberries on top instead of strawberries, but I'm sure you can use any fruit you'd like. And again, it's your cake. So this is on page 186. We're gonna get started. It seems really easy. This is the first time I'm making it, which I guess is kind of interesting for when you're making your own birthday cake, but I'm sure it'll turn out great and you guys are on this adventure with me if it doesn't. But you need 7 ounces of pitted dates, which is around 11 to 12 medjool dates chopped. I have that right here. 1.5 cups of unsweetened non-dairy milk. 1.5 teaspoons of almond extract. 1/4 cup of old-fashioned rolled oats. 3/4 cups of dried uncooked millet. 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds, but I'm doing chia seeds instead. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 cup of applesauce, 1 tablespoon of lemon zest, and then we're gonna make the frosting and top off with those raspberries, but we'll get that, that'll be like part 2 of this. So we're gonna get started. Before I started, I measured out the oats and the millet, just like it said, and all I did was blend it in my high-speed blender to make it into a flour. So that's just the millet, and that's just the oats, pulsed in here, and it made a flour. Any high-speed blender will do, so that's really easy. Millet is great if you've never messed around with it. It's a whole grain. It's really yummy to cook and make savory dishes, but you can put it in dry into your high-speed blender and it makes the flour. So I millet and oat that now looks like flour. It looked like the original form when I started. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is, it says to place the dates and chopped up dates. I have right here. And if you have a high-speed blender, this should be really easy. If you don't have a Vitamix, you might want to soak this for around, it says 15 to 20 minutes. But you might want to do this like the first thing you do, so it's just kind of sitting there waiting. I'm gonna add my unsweetened non-dairy milk and that almond extract that I have. And we're gonna let that hang out for a second. Alright, while that's sitting here, you could make your flour. I've already done that, just so you guys don't have to watch me do that step. I'm gonna grab a large bowl and a mixing whisk. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna put the flour in our big bowl. So this is oat flour, and I just took organic rolled oats and blended it. And our millet flour. So easy to make your own flour. You will save a lot of money doing it this way. And I just went to the bulk section and found the millet in my grocery store. We're gonna add our chia seeds, or you could use your poppy seeds. I'm gonna add in my baking powder and baking soda. And that was easy to remember because that was measured the same exact way. And we're just gonna mix or whisk this all together. And if you don't have chia seeds or poppy seeds, I'm pretty sure you could leave it out and it won't mess up the recipe. So if you don't like either, you totally don't have to add it. Alright, everything looks well combined. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our dates and our unsweetened almond milk is what I used, or non-dairy milk, and the almond extract. And we're gonna blend this up until it makes a mixture, and then we're gonna add it into our dry. It's like a super easy, quick recipe that I figured, since I'm making my own birthday cake because I love to cook, I just wanted something quick and simple and easy that was gonna taste good. So that's what drew me to this, and all of her recipes are really delightful from what I've seen, so I'm really excited to have this cookbook. And if you guys want to see more recipes from it, just let me know and we can do that. But I'm gonna go blend this up till it's nice and smooth. Make sure you pit your dates before you start. You don't want to put any pits in here, that would mess up your blender. Alright, it already smells like very almondy though, if you could smell through the camera. Once your wet ingredients are all nicely blended together, we're just gonna pour it into our dry. Super easy recipe. And what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna add that applesauce and the lemon zest. And then we're just gonna whisk together until our batter is formed. And then we're gonna add it to my silicone pan. So this makes enough for a, let me see, you can do this in cupcakes or muffins, it says, which would be great. It also says that you can do a square pan or one 8x8 lined with parchment paper. So I'm gonna use my silicone though, because I really like this pan for cakes. And if I was gonna do this for a party, you could double the recipe and make 2 layers with the icing I'm gonna show you in the middle and on top. Since it's just me and my husband kind of celebrating tonight, I'm just gonna make 1 layer because there's only 2 of us. And this makes enough for 8 to 10 people, which is a pretty good amount. But if this recipe turns out good, this might be another great summer cake or muffin to make. While you're doing this, you can preheat your oven to 325 degrees. This is going to take around 55 to 60 minutes until the top is nice, you know, and brown, so you can tell it's done. And I'll put all the measurements for like the muffins and everything else down below. But it makes this beautiful batter. And I actually really like that the chia seeds are in there. It kind of looks like there would be poppy seeds, but it's a really nice cake batter. And you're just gonna keep going until it's nice incorporated. It looks really good. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're just going to add it to our pan. So easy. Oh my gosh, this takes like no time at all. So I have my pan here. You can line yours with parchment paper, or kind of do what I do is I buy this silicone so I don't have to have parchment paper all the time, and then it won't stick because we're not doing any spray oil or anything like that with our recipes. You can smell the almond and a little bit of that lemon zest already, and then I'm just evenly spreading it out. And you probably could change this up in so many different ways. If you didn't want to do an almond extract, you could do vanilla. You could leave it out. So many different things. I'm sure if you added some chocolate powder to this, you can make it a chocolate cake. I'm really looking forward to this though. It smells so good. And I got some fresh raspberries to go on top. But while this is baking, we're gonna make the frosting, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So I'll show you guys an up close look at this. We're gonna pop in the oven, like I said, that is 325 degrees, and we're gonna cook this around 55 to 60 minutes until the top is medium brown, and then we're gonna let it cool for 10 minutes before we even touch it. But in the meantime, I'll show you how to make that frosting. Combination of the vanilla and lemon frosting that's on page 188 from the cookbook, and I like both. I think both are very summery, so why not do both? So I put 1 cup of filtered water in my high-speed blender. We have 1 vanilla bean that I've taken the extract from. You could leave it out or add it, whatever you want to do. 3/4 cups of cashews that are raw and salted. I also have about 8 medjool dates that I have right here that I've pitted. And 1 lemon that I'm gonna juice. Super easy. So I'm gonna also put this in the refrigerator so that when my cake comes out nice and cool after we let it sit, it'll be a little bit firmer to work with. So you just wanna blend until all of those cashews and the dates are all broken up. And I like lemons, so we're doing a full one. Plus it's summery. Alright, I'm gonna go blend this. I'll show you guys how it turns out, and we'll put it in the refrigerator, wait for our cake to come out and cool, and then we'll put it all together with some fresh raspberries on top. Sounds like the perfect summer cake and birthday cake. When everything is nice and blended, you'll see it come together and get thick, and then you'll know that it's done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get every last drip of this because that's super good. Oh my gosh, I already tasted a little bit of it, just to double check. And the lemon really like brightens up, and I think it will add a lot to the cake too. So you'll see it's a little bit thick. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator just so it sets up a little bit more. But like I said, you could do 2 layers of the cake with this in the middle and on top. That would be so yummy. I actually might do that for a party coming up soon that we're going to. But it's the perfect summer cake. You can make it for your birthday or any other time of the year. And I love this cookbook, the Straight Up Food by Kathy Fisher. Everything looks good. This is the first recipe I'm trying by her, these first 2. But I'm really excited. So if you want to see more recipes from her cookbook, just let me know and I will definitely be happy to share them with you. And I'll have all of the measurements again written out below. This is a nice treat for somebody who's whole food plant-based on their birthday or family member, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm really looking forward to putting it all together and trying it. I'm gonna stick this in the refrigerator. I'll show you guys before what it looks like, and then I'll show you guys after, just so you can see how it's set up a little bit, but you guys are gonna love it. Cake cool completely, so I just kind of left it for around 45 minutes while we went and did some other things. It only says to let it sit for around 10 minutes, so use your discretion on that. I love this pan because everything came out so beautifully. I set it on this beautiful plate. It looks and smells amazing, and now we're gonna ice it and make everything so pretty. So once you have your cake out, and this would be such a great 2-tiered cake, I have my icing, and the icing I just left in the refrigerator for that full time while everything was cooking and getting finished, but it is ready to spread. I am so excited to try this cake. Looks beautiful. Came out so easy. I can't say enough good thing about that pan. I have a link where I got it on Amazon down below, but it's been our favorite. I actually have a bunch of them, so I can do multiple cakes at once if I want. And this recipe will totally be added to our favorites. Once you've iced your cake, I'm gonna add my raspberries, and she used fresh strawberries in hers, but I love raspberries, so I'm just gonna, maybe I'll make a little design around. Raspberries are my favorite fruit. If I only had to pick one fruit for the rest of my life, it would be raspberries. This would also be really good with blueberries or peaches or whatever fresh fruit you had on hand. you have it, this beautiful cake. This is an almond chia seed cake, and I've just adapted it a little bit from the poppy seeds, but it's from Straight Up Foods by Kathy Fisher. Totally would recommend this book. It has been such a great birthday gift from my husband. I'm gonna call him in and we're gonna try this both on camera for you guys. We'll dig into a slice. It just smells amazing. It was super easy and quick to make. Might be my new favorite. But let's go grab my husband and I'll get us to slice into it together. Convinced my husband to be at the end of the video so you guys can get someone else's opinion of what we're trying. But we're gonna cut into my birthday cake. So it cuts really easy.
That's perfect.
It's a really pretty piece. Cuts really easy. There you go. There's a fork.
That texture. Wow.
Yeah. It's definitely cooked through. It looks great. Alright, ready to try it?
Happy birthday.
Thank you. So I can taste the almond like right away.
It's really good. A+.
It's really good. Yeah. So I can taste the almond and the lemon come through. Almond's definitely stronger, but the texture is great. It's cooked all the way through. The frosting or icing on top is such a winner of a recipe too. I love how sweet and lemony it is. And then the fruit on top, of course. So I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys make it. I'll show you guys a nice up close look at a piece cut, but it was really easy to make. I love the cookbook so far. Like I said, that's the first recipe. I'll have a link to that too if you guys want to check it out. For my birthday present, if all of you guys would subscribe, like the video, share it with one other person, I would be so appreciative, and that would be such an amazing birthday present to me. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. I'll be back on Wednesday for a new recipe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.